Hi.
Hey everybody, I'm Jonathan Strickland.
And I'm Shaylee.
This is Shay.
Yeah.
And
I look a lot like Betty Bookworm. Two different people though. You never see us in the same room together.
This is our first episode of The Age of Cinema, where we have the young one and the old one, Ya Cthulhu Fhtagn.
I don't know what he said.
It's a Lovecraft joke. So we're going to watch movies together. And we're going to watch movies where one of us has seen the film, the other one has not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's we feel like the other person needs to see the movie, whether it's a good one or a bad one.
Yeah, they just basically we need the other one to see it so that we can harness their reactions for laughter fuel.
And in this first episode, I got to choose the movie.
Yeah!
So I chose the 1992 film Noises Off, which is a film adaptation of a stage play.
Which I love film adaptations of stage plays. So, I'm excited.
This one's interesting. You can definitely tell it's a stage play. It has a lot of staginess to it.
I dig it.
Especially with the camera work. You'll sit there and say, like, oh yeah, this kind of feels like I'm watching the play. Sometimes that can be to its detriment. There are people who have criticized this film specifically because it's trying to capture the magic of a stage play onto film. But I want to find out what you think, because it combines two of my favorite things.
Mm-hmm. I burped.
That's right. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll pick it back up.
Okay. I might leave that in. But no, it
We'll
combines.
find out.
Yeah.
I really wanted to find out what you thought about this movie because it combines two of my favorite things. It combines the love of the theater, and it combines farce. And it's a farce within a farce. The actual play that the actors are trying to put on within Noises Off is called Nothing On, and it is a farce.
Okay.
And then the actual production of the play is in turn a farce. And farce is one of those genres I really like. A lot of people think that farce is one of those genres that doesn't work particularly well on film. It works better on stage. But some of your favorite films, like Clue, is a farce.
Yay! I love Clue.
Yeah.
I love Clue and Oscar.
Oscar's also a farce, yeah.
Isn't like Mel Brooks almost all of
Those
his...
are more like...
Okay, that's parody.
They're farcical, but I wouldn't call them a farce. Like, more like What's Up, Doc? The Barbra Streisand movie. That's another great farce.
Farcical sounds like a fart icicle.
And with that, we're going to watch Noises Off and see what you think about it. We'll have a discussion after the movie about what you thought, what you thought about it, whether you liked it or you didn't like it. And it's totally fine if you don't like it. Like this movie came out in '92. For those of you at home who want some context, I graduated high school in '93.
I guess how old I was in '92.
How old were you?
I was this many because I was just born.
Yeah. So
I was born in March of '92.
So we're going to watch a film that came out the year that Shay was born.
But did it come out before I was born?
I don't know the month.
Okay.
So
I mean, I was born pretty early in '92.
It was made before you were born.
Yeah.
And the play itself comes from the early '80s.
Okay.
So we're going to check that out. You got some interesting people in this. Michael Caine, Christopher Reeve, John Ritter.
Michael Caine's in it?
Carol Burnett.
I instinctively looked up nothing about the movie so that I would go in blind. And I'm so happy that Michael Caine and Carol Burnett's in it. I really love Michael Caine because Michael Caine is the best Scrooge ever. Shh. Stop.
All right, let's watch this movie.
Okay.
Oh, and we brought snacks.
Yay! What kind of snacks did you bring?
We have kettle corn mixed with chocolate chips and almonds because we're classy.
Why did you make this snack for me?
It's a big mishmash of all sorts of messy, sweet stuff, and this film is also kind of messy and also kind of sweet.
Aww. Wasn't this supposed to be Cracker Jacks?
Listen, we make do with what we have.
Okay.
All right. And
I think I'm really going to like this movie, honestly.
Here's hoping.
Well, I like farces. I like stage plays that are filmed. Like the old Leslie Ann Warren Cinderella. Julie Haggerty, why does that sound familiar?
Airplane.
Yay! Oh, and What About Bob? It's really hard to watch What About Bob now. It's just really mean-spirited.
So, The other thing about farces is you really have to pay attention.
The London Smash Sex Farce.
Mm-hmm.
That is the name of my band. Smash Sex Farce. Want to be in my band? You can play the ukulele.
Don't worry about the words.
I want to punch them all in the face already. Like, it's funny, but I want to punch every single one of these people in the face.
Oh, it's gonna get so
You're being so unprofessional.
Okay, so he's the, fine, but Dottie. I mean, okay. So,
Are they having an affair?
Fine, but Dottie, dear, you've been playing this kind of.
Watch, I know, I'll watch them.
Well, I mean, she.
I'll tell you what I feel like.
Right.
I wonder if Mrs. Clackett's there for bed.
Dottie.
Well, why not? No children, no friends dropping in. We're absolutely on our own.
There is. That's very interesting. I thought you'd like that. But will the audience get it? Oh, you must show them, Freddie. With looks, with gestures. That's what acting is all about, okay? Yes. Thank you, Lloyd. Thank you. So can we just finish the act from your entrance, Freddie? God, I'm being so clever out here. What's going to be left of this show when I'm back in New York and you're up there on your own? So where's my other sheet?
Where's Philip?
Okay.
Just goddamn. Just damn.
Is that the line, Poppy? I don't understand. But she'll be all right in a minute. Something she ate, probably. This one's feeling a bit. I'm feeling a bit,
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
I throw up.
Need that coffee, Patch. Oh, well, they're just,
Tim, that's really sweet of you. Oh, well, isn't that sweet of us?
Very charming.
I'll go look in the bar. Hold these.
I'll take those. Right, house calls. Hold these. I think Poppy's already done them. Well, she gave him 2 minutes, did she? I'll give him 1 minute. Ladies and gentlemen.
So that was Noises Off. What'd you think, Shay?
It was every actor's nightmare.
Why don't you explain to everybody what Noises Off is all about now that you've seen it?
So, the plot, I didn't realize the plot had been spoiled for me. A couple years ago, somebody told me about their kid being in Noises Off. So it turns out I did know what it was about. Sort of. But Noises Off is about the most unprofessional group of actors to ever grace a proscenium. I said proscenium because I am a scholar. Yeah, so it's these six actors. Yeah, six. 6 actors and a really angry and frustrated director, which at first you totally feel for him. It's Michael Caine. Michael Caine plays the director, and it's awesome. He's awesome because he's Michael Caine. But he's like really frustrated because it's like the day before show, not even the day, it's 6 hours before the show, or I guess 12 hours before the show, because they're in their last dress rehearsal, but they're all treating it like a tech rehearsal. And if you don't know theater, you might not realize what a huge difference between a tech rehearsal and a dress rehearsal is. But there's a big difference. And if you treat a dress rehearsal like a tech rehearsal, you're screwed. Am I right? Am I right in saying that? I am right in saying that. And so yeah, they're just they don't have their blocking right, and they don't have their blocking right. They don't have their lines down. They don't understand the motivation or plot, and they're all sleeping with each other, or at least two are sleeping with each other. And then we find out that the director is sleeping with one of the actors and somebody else. Spoilers. Oh well.
The stage manager.
And the stage manager. Oh, that poor stage manager. Oh my God. Oh my God. Julie Haggerty has no body fat on her to begin with, and they just have her running around everywhere. She doesn't have any calories to spare, guys. Let Julie Haggerty rest. I feel like that should have been the title of the play. Let the stage-hands rest.
One other pivotal character point is that one of the actors is also an alcoholic.
Yes.
And he's old
and he can't hear.
And so you're hard of hearing and forgetful. So it's the perfect combination for an actor that you need to have. And because it's a farce, farces are often marked with lots of entrances and exits, like very tightly choreographed, so that one person's leaving as someone else is coming on. So the play within the play, or the play within the movie in this case, is a farce. But then the actual movie of them doing this play is also a farce on top of it.
So it's a farce within a farce.
Yeah. Now, if you ever see this on stage,
it's farceception.
If you see this on stage, it's phenomenal because you really recognize how tightly choreographed the whole show has to be in order for the jokes to work. Whether something is going correctly, where someone's leaving when they're supposed to and someone else is coming on when they're supposed to, or when it's supposed to mess up. Now, the big problem with that is that if something really does mess up, like on a real show night, not something that was planned, but something truly goes wrong, it can throw off the whole rhythm. And that's what this show really hinges on. I think that this is one of those, and I might be wrong about this, but I think this is one of those plays and one of those films that works better for people who have been through shows, like stage shows.
Yeah, like I'm not quite sure. See, I really liked it. I know I seem really frazzled. Well, that's because I've been in theater. I have my degree in theater. And this is literally a nightmare scenario. Just letting the outside drama of the real world interfere with the cohesion of a farcical play. That it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare scenario.
You know, Siskel and Ebert gave this 2 thumbs down. But a lot of the reviews I read, yeah, and Gene.
But I feel like the way this was filmed, it was perfect. It followed the timing of the actors. It didn't cut, I don't feel like it cut camera angles that much. Or if it did, I didn't notice it. And that's kind of what you don't want to notice, the camera angles. The camera angles worked well with the timing of the actors. So if anything, I'm sorry, Siskel and Ebert, you guys are totally wrong up there. Said the internet reviewer that nobody cares about. It was a better farce because everything worked so well together. The acting, the writing, the camera work. Just, I know I'm rambling, but I'm still frazzled. I had an anxiety attack from watching actors act be really unprofessional.
Well, I'm glad that I could at least introduce you to this film. It was one that I thought you would appreciate, having the background in theater. So we've wrapped up this episode, the Age of Cinema. We have caught you up on a film that I thought you should see. What is next?
I am debating to either introduce you to Dumplin', which is a Netflix movie that I've recently seen that's so adorable. It's kind of one of those Southern progressive movies, which those 2 words don't always go together, but funny enough, make a very charming film genre. So either Dumplin', which is about drag queens and beauty pageants, and Dolly Parton, which I'm sure are 3 things that you love dearly, and or since that will be the episode for March, I'm thinking about introducing you to Miss March. But here's the issue. I know you won't like it because nobody likes it. But
So now we know that we're going to be watching some screwball comedies and some witchy Southern progressive
and schlocky horror films.
There's also going to be some real schlocky martial arts films.
Sweet. I already know the story of Ricky. I've already seen that one.
Yeah, but Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon is something that you have got to witness.
Where do I sign, Mr. Barry Gordy?
You're going to love it.
Okay.
You're going to love it because it's so ridiculous.
Yay! I'm so happy! Oh, I'm glad we did this. This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. And look, neither of us are tied up.
That's true.
Yay!
It's all here of our own free will.
Yes!
Hopefully that will continue. We'll find out after maybe episode 3 or 4.